You are the professor of happiness. And how did you get here? At age 55, you left a very successful career.
Right.
And you were chief executive of a think tank. And now you started studying happiness. Was it to bring greater happiness to yourself?
For sure, and other people. You go through kind of not necessarily a dark night of the soul, but at certain points of your life, there are hinge points when you have to ask yourself, why am I doing what I'm doing, and what is the mission of my own life? And the truth is, as I thought about it and prayed about it and talked to the people I love about it, it was very clear. The mission of my life is to lift people up and bring them together and see whether or not it was achievable in my own life, and if it was, could I bring it to others? Feels like people are less happy. It's true. Since the late 80s, maybe the early 90s, people have been gradually getting a little less happy year after year after year, just a little tiny bit. And that has to do with the fact that people are less likely to live a spiritual or religious life or find a life of meaning in those institutions. They're less likely to have a close relationship with their families. People have fewer and fewer friends who know them well. People have less of a sense that they're serving others with their work. That's the climate. And that's been a problem for a long time. Then there's weather, storms. There have been two big storms in the past couple of decades that we have to pay attention to. The first was around 2008, 2009. Now, I know everybody watching us is like, oh, obviously the financial crisis. That wasn't it.
I thought it was.
It was social media. Same time.
Oh.
That's when everybody started looking at social media. Everybody had
that's
the
right,
apps on their phone.
2009. That's when I got on what used to be Twitter.
Yeah, and that's when a couple of things were happening. So Twitter, for example, became a platform for people to be intensely negative. Instagram is not the same way. It's more of a platform for people to compare themselves to others. But that had a big impact, especially on young people, especially on women and girls, 15 to 25 years old. It created a new kind of culture that was intensely comparative and problematic.
So social media actually, where people think it's bringing you closer together and you're communicating on Facebook, it's actually made people less happy.
Lonelier. Here's the weird thing. When you're super hungry, and it's like, oh man, I haven't eaten in hours and hours and hours, and you pass by a fast food place.
Yeah.
You're like, good.
Yeah.
That'll get the job done. And so you gorge yourself and you're stuffed. You don't feel so good. An hour later, you're hungry again. What's up with
happened?
that?
Yeah.
The answer is you didn't meet your nutrient needs. All you met is your caloric needs. And so the result is you stay hungry even though you don't need the calories. Social media is the junk food of social life. But so that's like getting all your meals at 7-Eleven.
Social media is the junk food
of social life. Social media is the junk food of social life. You'll get too many calories and not enough nutrients. That's the reason you'll binge and get lonelier.
Yes.
That's a problem.
Yes.
And a lot of young people have never developed in a way where they can finally figure out how to use it responsibly.
So let's get happier.
Let's do that.
Happiness is not a destination. Happiness is a direction.
The problem with happiness is such a funny thing because we all want it. Every philosopher and theologian has talked about it.
I became interested in this subject because every time I would sit with the audience and I'd say, what do you want? Everybody would always say, multiple people would answer, I just want to be happy. I just want to be happy.
Yeah.
But yet when you ask them, what does that look like for them? Hard to define.
For sure. And part of the reason is because it's not something that you can define in any meaningful way. We think it's a feeling. We think it's a destination. It isn't either. Happy feelings are nothing more than emotions, and emotions are nothing more than information that we need in reaction to the outside environment. And as a destination, why would you want to be completely happy as the destination? You'd be dead in a week because you actually need negative emotions and experiences to train you, to keep you vigilant, to keep you safe, and to be happy.
Yeah, to keep you alert, to keep you on it.
Yeah. I mean, maybe when I die and I'm in heaven and I see the face of God, the beatific vision will be pure happiness. But on earth, I'm telling you, I need my negative emotions to keep me alive and safe. I need my negative experiences to learn and grow. And so that's what people, they want to stay alive and safe, but they don't want the feelings that keep them alive and safe. And that's this conflict that they have, which is why they feel so unsettled. That's right.
So the 4 pillars are?
Yeah, the 4 pillars. There's kind of the 4 pillars you think that you need, and there's 4 pillars that you really do need. The idols, the things that look right but aren't, are money, power, pleasure, and fame. Those are the things that Mother Nature says. You get those, you're going to be happy.
Money, power, pleasure, and fame.
That's right, but she lies. Mother Nature lies. She lies a lot because she wants us to keep running, right? Because
but is Mother Nature telling us that, or is society telling us that? Because I think Mother Nature is telling us that it's the four pillars.
Well, Mother Nature gives us these imperatives because she wants us to be hungry, and she wants us to survive and pass on our genes.
Yes.
And the way that you do that is with money, power, pleasure, and fame, right? And she doesn't want us to figure out that those things never really satisfy, so that we'll keep running and running and running. That's called the hedonic treadmill.
You're right there.
What we really want, and this is backed up by a lot of psychology, neuroscience, behavioral economics, all the research that we want, is that there's kind of four things that are the virtuous things that we should be looking for that Mother Nature doesn't necessarily tell us, but that if we take the divine path in life, religious or not religiously understood, a better path in life, we'll be happy. And those are faith, family, friends, and work that serves. Now, if you give any teenage kid the choice between money, power, pleasure, and honor, or faith, family,
friends,
good friends and good times and a work that serves others, I mean, what are they going to take?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, our society does aid and abet Mother Nature's lie.
Yeah.
Because, the marketing colossus tells us that if you get that car, man, you're going to be really happy. If you get that job, you get that money. If you get that 100,000 Instagram followers or whatever your number happens to be, it's never high enough, by the way. You're going to be happy. But that's a lie, is the bottom line. There's nothing wrong with those things.
Yeah.
But if you get those things, if we are so lucky to get those things, they should only ever be in service of the big four, the good four. They should only ever be in service. They should be intermediate goals. A rest stop on the New Jersey Turnpike, Manhattan, where you're trying to get, is faith. And by that,
How do you use that money, power, pleasure, and fame to enhance your faith, family, and work?
And friendship.
And friendships. How do you do
Basically,
that?
your love.
Yes, your
the love in your life.
Yeah.
And the love in the lives of the people around you. That's really what those worldly goals should be used for if you want to have any shot at true happiness.
Yeah.